But it's also a special day because this kind of wraps up the end of our summer, and Mary Nichols is going to come up and share the last Godly Place story that we have for the summer. And it's a great story because it's going to tie perfectly in with the journey that we're about to begin over the next 2 years. So Mary, would you please come up and share the Godly Place story with us today?
Today I'm going to tell you the story of the days of creation. In the beginning there was well, in the beginning there wasn't very much. In the beginning there was nothing, except perhaps an enormous mountain, but there was no one there to see it. Then on the very first day, God gave us the gift of light. So now there is not just darkness, but there is light and dark. Now I don't mean just the light in the light bulb or in the car. Lights at night, I don't mean just this light or that light, but I mean all the light that is light. God gave us the gift of the light that all the light comes from. When God saw the light, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the first day. On the second day, God gave us the gift of water. Now, I don't mean just the water in the water glass or the water in the bathtub or swimming pool. I don't even mean just the water in a river or a lake. I don't even mean just the water in the ocean or the water that comes down from the sky in the rain. I mean all of the water that is water. That this is the water that all the rest of the water that is water. This is the water that water comes from. This is the firmament. It divides the waters above and the waters below. When God saw the water, God said, "It is good." And that was the end of the second day. On the third day, God gave us the gift of dry land. God divided the water and the dry land and gave us the gift of green and growing things. And when God saw the dry land and the green and growing things, God said, "It is good," and that was the end of the third day. On the fourth day, God gave us the gift of the day and night. Day and night. God gave us a way to count our days. Here is the great light that rules the day, the sun, and here are the lights that rule the night, the moon and the stars. When God saw the day and the night, our way to keep time, God said, "It is good," and that was the end of the fourth day. On the fifth day, God gave us the gift of all the creatures that fly in the air, not just the birds, but all the creatures that fly and all the creatures that swim in the water, all of them. And all of the creatures that swim in the water, all of them, when God saw all of the creatures that fly and all of the creatures that swim, God said, "It is good," and that was the end of the fifth day. On the sixth day, God gave us the gift of all the creatures creatures that walk upon the earth, the creatures that walk with two legs, like you and me and all the creatures that walk with many legs. When God saw the creatures that walk with two legs and the creatures that walked with many legs and all the gifts of other days, God said, "It is good," and that was the end of the sixth day. On the seventh day, God rested and gave us the gift to rest. Rested and gave us the gift to rest and to remember the great gifts of all the other days. There is nothing here because people go to different places too. Remember the great gifts. You can put something there to show your favorite place to remember. It might be in your backyard, by a tree, or at a church, or in your home. It might be in the mountains or by the ocean. I don't know where your place is, only you know. What I do now is that this day is so special that sometimes see the Christian people mark it with a cross and the Jewish people mark it with a star of David. Now I wonder which one of the days you like the best. I wonder which day is the most important. I wonder if we can leave out any of these days and still have all the days we need.
Great job, Mary, and good job to all the kids that shared a story over the summer as you came up in front of this motley crew that's looking before us and share a story. So they worked hard on those all summer, and be sure that you take a chance to let the kids know that they did a great job. Great job.